as brilliant as it was around the Bajaj test track, there were still a few unanswered questions regarding the KTM RC 390's daily capabilities. Now you see, we've heard and experienced plenty of niggles surrounding the old motorcycle that put people away from using it as their daily runner. But with this new one, KTM says that it has made a lot of progress to make it more urban friendly. Have they really though? Well, here's the real world road test of the new RC 390. Now, the previous RC was notoriously famous for being short-tempered and overcooking its engine. And to solve that, KTM have thrown in the same curved radiator like the one we've seen on the 390 Adventure, and have thrown in another fan as well. So there are a total of 2 fans. Now, while we were doing our city fuel efficiency testing, our tester claimed that while the radiator fan did kick in, the engine never overheated. It never stalled or asked the rider to stop. And that's a great sign. Agreed, ambient temperatures were a bit on the cooler side, but when you're riding in bumper-to-bumper traffic and you're not doing more than 35 kilometers per hour, that is when the older bike would struggle, and this didn't. Plus, with this new vent which directs air away from the rider's legs, you do not feel the engine heat as much as well. So engine overheating is a thing of the past. Now, as I mentioned it in my first ride review video, the gains with this new rider's triangle are evident. Raised bars means no backaches or wrist aches. The seat is well padded. There's lots of room around to move in the saddle. You can grip the tank firmly, and overall, this is quite a nice riding posture for daily commutes as well. It is not as aggressive as the old bike, but still you do have to lean a bit forwards. So keep in mind, this is still a sport bike. And there's something quite neat when you look down from the saddle as well. The console has a crisp display, neat layout, and quite intuitive to operate. More suspension travel and a revised suspension tune at both ends means that the RC can handle our bumps, rumble strips, potholes, and everything that you find on the Indian roads much better. But the another bit that makes a difference to the ride quality is the way you sit on the motorcycle. You are not loading the front as much, you're loading the rear a little bit more than the older bike, and as a result, the ride is flatter. Plus, there is rebound adjustability here, so you can tune the ride to your liking if you want it to be a little bit more reactive, a little less reactive, and that adjustability is what we absolutely like. Wish we also got that for the front. But as it is, it handles the daily bump and grind quite well. Another bit that is improving the city riding experience is the electronics package. On dry concrete roads, the traction control barely intervened. ABS intervention was predictable, no heart and mouth moments. Sadly, the quick shifter needs improvement. Upshifts are glitchy and not quite responsive most times. Downshifts are breezy though. The relationship between Pillion riders and the old RC 390 was pretty toxic. So KTM has made some modifications on this new bike so that their relationship improves and the bond between them becomes stronger. And to test it out, I took the largest person that I could find in the office and took him out for a short spin. It might take some effort to hop onto the seat, but it is definitely more comfortable for Pillion riders for urban commutes. And this time around, the Pillion has something physical to grab onto and not trouble the rider. So now that we've seen that this RC overcomes most of the shortcomings of the previous version, let me get into the performance.
Oi Jehan, रुक जरा, सब मुझे तू ही करेगा क्या? I have something interesting planned for both of us. So hold on to that thought.